I was watching an episode today of Supernatural, and it kind of helped me come up with a metaphor for people who glamorize autism or high functioning autism. See, a lot of people from the outside looking in see autistic people who absolutely thrive in a particular subject area, um, and they think to themselves, wow, it must be so nice to have a hobby that you're so skilled at and or so knowledgeable about. Must be nice to be able to hyperfixate on it for hours on end and not get tired of it. And then they see a lot of the intellectualism that goes with autistic people, and they're like, I wish I had that. A lot of the critical analysis we have, our insights, our style of thinking is interesting. And people sometimes envy it, and people sometimes want to be us. And it's the same shit with Supernatural with Sam and Dean. Um, People, the fans of the show, glamorize the Winchester's life hunting monsters because they get to save people and all this stuff. But it reminds me of a saying: the grass is greener on the always greener on the other side. So Dean, so inside the supernatural universe, there's someone who, through being a prophet of God, has visions of the Winchester's life and writes a book series on it inside the supernatural universe. So yeah, so Sam and Dean run into a couple of people who are emulating Sam and Dean, like live action role playing, and the fans are like, "Oh, it must be so wonderful to be the blah blah blah." But Dean finally loses his cool with them and says, "Look, our lives are shit. It's a river of crap that would send, in his own words, most people howling to the nut house." And that's how I feel about people who glamorize autism. Like, do you know what it's like to hurt someone's feelings and have no idea that you're hurting their feelings until the other shoe drops and they explode on you? And you have no idea what the fuck you did to piss them off, and then have things fizzle off like that, and then have the relationship end because of it? Do you know what that's like? Do you know what it's like to have the sound of someone's voice talking in a very normal tone of voice ripping your ears to shreds? Do you know what it's like when a car pulls around the corner and the sound of the tires rolling on the pavement rips your ears to shreds? Do you know what it's like to have known that something is seriously fucked about you since you were 6 years old? That was when I realized I was fucked. I had to just be an outsider and have no idea why other people fucking hate you. The isolation that we experience, that my group experiences, the rejection, the consistent humiliation, the frantic physical pain from sensory overload, the inability to focus in any substantial manner on something outside of a hyperfocus, the inability to process certain information no matter how hard you try, losing control of your own body during a meltdown and exploding. All these collective experiences that I've had would, in the words of Dean Winchester, send most people howling to the nut house. It's not nice. It's not glamorous. It's craptastic. If I could be a normal person, what I wouldn't give to be a normal person. Joe the plumber, who gets up every day, goes to work, does his thing, comes back home, hangs out with his bros. Maybe he has a girlfriend. Maybe he has a car. is able to handle social situations and not get their ears ripped to shreds and their nervous system ripped a new asshole because someone's coughing. Not having to be in near constant pain when out in the real world. Okay, near constant, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the gist. The point is, for people who aren't autistic, who want to be autistic, stop glamorizing us. Our lives are fucked. Our lives are shit. It's not nice.